Hey team, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to look at PostgreSQL, the generated column. Hope you enjoy this video. At generated columns in PostgreSQL. Notice here I am using version 15. Now I'm going to create a table called HR employee, and notice I have two columns. One is an integer, one has a numeric value, and both of them are not null. So to create a generated column, you first start off with the name of the variable. So we're going to say hourly rate. That's going to be the name of my column. Now the second parameter is the data type, and we're going to say numeric. Now look what this says. That is always generated. So this column has to be generated. So we're going to say generated always as some function, and then we're going to say the word stored. So notice it says always generated, and this is backwards, so generated always. Now inside of here, I have to write some type of, where am I going to get the value? How am I going to compute the hourly rate? Well, notice I have a column here called annual salary, so I'm going to stick it in there. Now I don't want it to be annual salary. What I want to do is I want to divide that by 2080, and that is the number of work hours per year. And let's go ahead and try to build this as a create table command. And notice we were successful. Now on our second step after we create a table is doing the insert command. So we say insert into the name of our table, and then we give a list of our columns. But notice here I have three columns. In here I'm only going to give two of them, emp ID and annual salary. Now the reason I don't give three is computed. So then I come down here and I say values, and then I say, okay, my employee ID for the first person, his ID is 1. And let's say he makes $35,000 per year. And the second person, some programmer, he makes $50,000 per year. And how about the boss man, 3, he makes $100,000. Now you'll notice here on our insert statements, we're only doing two columns. We're doing the employee ID and the salary. So let's run these and see what happens. You'll notice here I would successfully inserted 3 rows. Now let's select some data. So we'll start off with selecting all the data. So select star from HR employee. This will go out and get all the data. And notice that we get the 35,000. And when you make 35,000 and you work 80 hours a year, that is, you're making 1682 an hour. If you make 50,000, you're making 24, and 100,000, you're making 48. Now we can also do queries based on that column, that computed column. I can say select star from HR employee where hourly rate is less than $20 an hour. Now you can see from the results below, we should only get 1 employee, okay? And now if I switch it over and I say greater than 20, we should get the other 2 employees. Excellent. Now let's do the update statement. Now you can see here on employee 2, they make $24 an hour and they are making $50,000 per year. So we can say update HR employee, set annual salary equals 55,000, where employee ID equals 2. Now we can never go and set the value of hourly rate. Hourly rate is a computed column. It's generated. So the only way you can set it is by changing the field that is associated with it. Let's go ahead and execute this. It was successful. Let's do a little select statement. And there you have it. 55 is now 2644. There you have the generated column. And there you have it, team, the generated column. In this video, you saw that I used the keyword store, which means the value actually consumes disk space, just like a normal column. The documentation makes you think you can also create a column that doesn't consume space using the keyword virtual. I was not able to generate the column of type virtual in versions 13, 14, and 15, so only stored work. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Take care.